When we're told that two shapes like these quadrilaterals are similar, that means that their angles are the same, and more importantly in this case, their sides are proportional. So we know we're going to set up a proportion. We're going to have something over something equals something over something. And what's very, very important is the order. Okay, so if you start here with 7.5, let's just go ahead and put 7.5 in as our first part of our proportion. When we go to, let's say, 4, because they go together in one shape, and we put 4 down here, we have to remember the order that we went in. We obviously started off with the bottom, and then we went to the right. Or you could think of this as the horizontal side and the vertical side. Anyway, when you come over here on the other side of the proportion and you know you're going to put the 3.2 in and you know you're going to put the x in, you have to be very careful about the order. So remind yourself, oh yeah, I started off with the bottom. So when I come over here, I'm going to start off with the bottom. So the x is going to go here. And then on the left side, I finished up with the vertical, and so I'm going to finish up with the vertical. That would have been one proportion you could have written. Okay. Another way you could have done it is you could have said, well, I'm going to go bottom to bottom. So I would do 7.5 is to x as right is to right. But remember, we started off with the bigger rectangle, and so it would have to be 4 is to 3.2. No matter how you write your proportion, you'll notice that when you cross multiply, you will get the same equation, right? 4 times x is going to be 4x here, and x times 4 is going to be 4x here. And then you'll notice that your other two numbers that you're cross multiplying are also the same. And so you'll get a one-step equation and you will draw your river and solve for x and get your answer. For B, we have a scale drawing here with the map basically. And so this is our scale, which is our ratio. And so we could write it as 2 inches is to 35 miles. And I'm writing the units because it's really helpful as a reminder of where my other parts of my proportion are going to go. So I keep on reading. It says the distance between two cities is 315 miles. Well, I know that 315 has to go somewhere here. It's miles, so clearly it has to go here on the bottom. So 315 miles would go down here, and what's up here is the variable. We don't know. How far apart are they? I'm going to put x. And at this point, you might see that there is a pattern. There is something that we can multiply 35 by to get 315. And so you could solve it that way. But of course, we can always cross multiply. And with a calculator, that's often just as good as any other. So, good luck.